Reflection and action toward reconciliation. National Truth and Reconciliation Week is a powerful opportunity for remembering and learning about the impact of the residential school system. Several schools, like Capitol Hill Elementary, also had a focus on healing and hope. Many, such as Gilpin and Taylor Park Elementary, came together as a community at assemblies to share learning and connection. Recognizing that this can be a challenging time of year for Indigenous families, several schools hosted dinners. Students in the district's professional cook program at Burnaby Central Secondary prepared special snacks for their peers who are Indigenous. Squamish Nation Elder Sam George shared his personal story at the Indigenous Family Gathering at Burnaby Mountain Secondary. Coast Salish Elder Dr. Roberta Price provided blessings and strength at Alpha Secondary. There are many examples of student learning, such as this group at work at Burn Creek Community School, and these explorations at Maywood Community School. Students at Aubrey Elementary reflected on the past and shared their hopes for the future through their school-wide Origami Reconciliation Project. At Confederation Park Elementary, all grades used Coast Salish shapes to explore the past and the path forward toward reconciliation. Parkcrest Elementary reflected as a school community on the loss of many Indigenous languages. Students at Lockdale Elementary grounded their learning in beading. Children at Lakeview Elementary considered the meaning of call to action and were also inspired by art created by their peer from the Clayoquot Nation. Brentwood Park Elementary students created mosaic boards that reflected their learning. South Slope Elementary students connected with the land while walking together after reading a book of the same name by a Canadian elder. Activities and learning continue beyond Truth and Reconciliation Week. This month, Forest Grove Elementary released a painted rock project designed to highlight that every child matters. And a grade 3 class at University Highlands Elementary created a mural inspired by the poem My Heart Soars, composed by the late Chief Dan George of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation.
Deaf awareness flags flown for the first time at schools. Students and staff at the district-administered BC Provincial School for the Deaf kicked off International Week of Deaf People with flag-raising ceremonies. It was the first time that the blue, turquoise, and yellow deaf flag has been raised at BCSD, which is located at both South Slope Elementary and Burnaby South Secondary. The theme, Sign Up for Sign Language Rights, could be seen reflected in the games and learning activities at BCSD. Some examples throughout the week included an ASL competition, deaf role model presentations, ASL bingo, and Deafland, an immersive experience into the deaf world.
Provincial election and student learning. Many classrooms used election time as a chance to discuss Canada's democratic system and issues in the community. This mock election en français was held at schools with a French immersion, Brantford Elementary. High school students at Caribou Hill Secondary learned through a student vote about how to effectively participate as active and informed citizens. These adult learners are part of a district program run out of Windsor. They studied the election process and did a mock vote as part of their real world learning in the language instruction for newcomers to Canada, or LINC program. All candidates in the local riding where Burnaby South Secondary is located were invited to a forum to support classroom learning. Students helped moderate and organize it. Thoughtful questions were asked by the youth who attended from several classes.
Student and staff accomplishments recognized. A newcomer student at Burn Creek Community School had his murals displayed at the Welcome Center for the Immigrant Services Society of BC. The district has been recognized with the National Bravo Award for its Your Healthy Digital Life Flyer series. The Canadian Association of Communicators in Education Award recognizes exemplary work in school public relations. Mosscrop Secondary math teacher Danny Young earned an award from UBC for his approach to teaching high school math. Also at Mosscrop, math teacher Stephanie Langiel won an award from the BC Association of Mathematics Teachers for her teaching and mentorship. There was wide recognition on World Teachers' Day, such as at Alpha Secondary, where students delivered coffee and treats to the classrooms. Teachers at Caribou Hills Secondary were reminded with sweet treats that we donut know what we do without them.
Falling into autumn with learning and traditions. A tradition since 2001, Mosscrop Secondary held its famous Corn Fest in honor of the harvest season. Students and staff came together to enjoy corn feasting and fun-filled games. At Maywood Community School, a teacher brought in a pumpkin so big that it filled the back of their truck. It led to some descriptive writing by the students. Children at Buckingham Elementary wrote about what they're grateful for as a part of a project inspired by Thanksgiving. Fall is also traditionally a time when high school clubs get into full swing, as seen here at Burnaby North Secondary. Clubs such as these at Caribou Hill Secondary are another way for students to explore their interests. This sampling at Burnaby Central Secondary highlights how clubs can help strengthen connection at school and support the community. A class at Brantford Elementary built Connection by Connecting, the other half of their Pen Pals Halloween artwork. The Parent Advisory Council at 12th Avenue Elementary partnered to create a pumpkin patch. Kitchener Elementary also had a pumpkin patch, and some students made a Halloween-inspired planter. With the help of volunteers and the pack, the school community at Brentwood Park Elementary came together to enjoy games, face painting, and a pumpkin patch. Leadership students at Alpha Secondary carved pumpkins with children at Rosser Elementary. And through a donation drive for an Indigenous Health Center, leadership students are looking to give back collected Halloween candy with a Sweets and Sock campaign. And that's inside Burnaby Schools for Tuesday, October 29th, 2024.